Hello and welcome to another video. This time I'll be showing you some work I've been doing on a game for the ZX81 called Fun Park. Now Fun Park, as many of the viewers will probably be aware, was a game I originally wrote for the 2003 minigame competition. It was an attempt to get a theme park style game into just 4K of code on the Spectrum. I subsequently went on to develop a couple of further versions, which were far more sophisticated for the Spectrum, including the version that's sold by Chronosoft, which is called Fun Park. Now that proved to be very popular, so I thought I'd have a go at doing it on a ZX81. Now Jarrod Bentley sent me some graphics for a planned Timex version I never got around to, but I've just repaired an old laptop and discovered that the JPEG he sent me with the graphics in, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to resurrect the project on the ZX81 with Chroma support? So that's what I've done here. Now this is the end of year report screen. What I'm going to be doing now is I think I'm going to be adding the amount spent on research, R&D, to this screen. So probably I'm going to need to move the park valuation down a couple of lines and then put the new line in there to show how much has been spent on R&D over the course of the year. So let's get on and have a look at doing that right now. Right, so here you can see the code is up on the screen. This is the bits at the start of the game that first initializes the game, where we're setting up all the ad budget, research budget, total research, all that's being initialized, the park value. Then we come down, and this bit is the bit where we start a new year. So this is where we'll need to initialize this meter. So there you can see we're initializing the recent reset visitor count and all the others. So we'll just put a new variable in here, and we'll call it anres for annual research. So we just put that comment in there. We'll also need to put that somewhere in the code with all the other variables. So let's just find where we've got .int defined, and we'll put annual research in there as a defined word 0. Of course, label it so that we know exactly what it is. Those are all the other variables. There's a total visitors, total retail, total ticket sales, total rides ridden, total interest paid over the course of the year. All very relevant information for the player. So we're also going to need to add to the research. So we'll have to have a look at that. So where are we? That's done the end of month processing. And let's go down. Right, that's where we're doing the research, adding the research to the total research. So what we need to do now really is just add it to the ANRES, the annual research as well, so that we keep track of that. So that's the annual research, get the annual research that we've spent so far this year. And then we're going to put it back again at the end when we've added to it. Just copy that line, and in it goes. So now we're adding the research budget into the annual research meter and putting it back again at the end. So that's hopefully keeping track of that. So yes, that's the actual work done. Now we've got to display it in the report at the end of the year. So that's the next job. And this is the end of year report. So this is the bit where we're showing the report, and one line at a time is working out the figures, generating a string and displaying it on the screen. So what we need to do is copy the code that displays the park value
duplicate it, and then we need to move that down a couple of lines, and then the new meter is going to be annualized instead of the park value. So the park value's gone down, the annual research has been inserted in there. So let's just get the comments up to date. So that should move the total down, or the park value down, and put the annual research in where the park value was. So with any luck, let's have a look. Yeah, we need to change the need to put the string in the report. So copy that, and let's have a new line in here. So that the user knows what the meter is actually displaying. Now, MEN3 is just menu, it's short for menu. I couldn't be bothered to change the title. I usually have menu 1, menu 2, menu 3 in my games, and this is no exception. So that should move the park valuation down 2 lines, and so that should hopefully be all we need to do. Yep, so now we need to just build that and test that in the emulator.
Okay, so we have the newly built binary in RAM, so it only remains for me to run the game. Okay, that's the title screen. Right, what we need to do here is build some paths. Then we'll bring some people to the park with some advertising. While we're at it, we'll put some research in there. And then we'll add an item. So we add the bouncy castle. Then we add a carousel. That'll get the people into the park. I think we might be able to increase the entry fee with 2 rides in the park. Let's see. Yep, we certainly can. So here we see the little people coming into the park and wandering around. Let's increase the advertising still further to bring some more in. And we'll see what that does over the course of the year. Okay, so now you can see that I've put in a little burger joint as well as the 2 rides. That's all we have available at the start of the game until the player has spent some money on R&D to put other items into the park. So we're coming up to the end of the year. It's now December, and I should show you that the park does actually scroll up and down. It's a slightly bigger park than the Spectrum version. The Spectrum version scrolls left and right, of course, not up and down. So any minute now we should be getting the end of year report screen. And that's just what I expected. We've now got the annual research in there. The research was 5 per month, and that's just what we'd expect, 60 over the course of the year. The park valuation has been moved down, and so we've got that new stats meter in there. So that's looking all very hunky-dory. So one more item ticked off the checklist of things to do. So I guess we can leave it there for today. See you in the next video.
Guys, like, comment, share or subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I also have a Patreon account for those who want to support new Spectrum and ZX81 software development.